Stephanie White, her wonderful, wonderful, wonderful coach, was asked about her winning this award, this honor. What do you think Stephanie White did? Do you think Stephanie White was excited? Do you think she was happy? Do you think she was overjoyed by the fact that her star point guard, nonetheless, while injured, just was finally given a real honor by an organization like ESPN?
Caitlin Clark just put on a show, dropping buckets, breaking ankles, and clearly stepping on some egos. Now WNBA fans are furious because Stephanie White is suddenly acting like a jealous high school rival. She's out here trying to play bully ball, but here's the twist, Clark doesn't even flinch. Did Stephanie think this was 2003? Sit down. From petty fouls to cold stares caught in HD, this drama is messier than a last-second airball. Let's break down why fans are ready to riot.
It looked like Caitlin Clark looked like she got a little hurt towards the end there. Is there any update on her injury?
No update. Just felt a little something in her groin, so we'll get it evaluated and see what happens from there.
Yeah, just kind of to follow up on that. Looked like she was kind of grabbing at her right groin area. Is that the concern?
Yeah, if that's the one she was grabbing at. I don't know which one it was, but yeah, I mean, that's it.
Let's be real, this coach is annoying. Not because of her name or how it's spelled, just the pure irritation she brings. She's that substitute teacher who thinks she's starring in a movie no one's watching. Walking around like she invented the game, demanding attention while fans wonder how someone so bitter can still shine under bright arena lights.
Now, would it? I'll let you listen in on what Stephanie White had to say when she was asked about this after they got drop kicked by 21 points? I'll let you hear. You be the judge. So
let's get one thing straight. If Caitlin Clark wasn't in the WNBA right now, the conversation around Kelsey would still be stuck in a niche podcast next to crochet tips and vintage toaster reviews. That's not a shot at Kelsey, she's super talented. But Caitlin? She's the spark that lit up the entire league. The spotlight didn't just randomly turn on, one player walked in and made the world pay attention. That kind of energy doesn't come from average. It comes from someone who sinks logo threes like it's warm-ups.
White is a garbage human being. I am done trying to defend this woman in any way at all. So if you are white, Stephanie White was asked about Caitlin Clark getting WNBA Player of the Year. For those who don't know, she won that award at the ESPYs, and she got WNBA Player of the Year. So Stephanie White, of course, as her coach, is going to be asked about that award. So let's listen.
Yet here we are, coaches acting like they're guarding some sacred basketball temple. As if Caitlin didn't just launch the WNBA into the mainstream faster than any PR campaign could. Fans are showing up in Clark jerseys, chanting her name so loud it shakes the rafters. But some coaches treat her like she's the problem. A distraction? From what? Your losing streak.
Steph, I don't know if you noticed or heard about it, but during the game, Caitlin got honored as the WNBA Player of the Year in the ESPYs. Just what does it mean to have her impact so far? I mean, there are a lot of really good players in this league, and she got honored as the best player in the league by the ESPYs.
Yeah, I mean, obviously she continues to get new awards, and Caitlin is so fortunate, as well as all these guys, really. I mean, that they don't know anything any different than the WNBA.
There's a reason fans are lining up for expensive popcorn and nosebleed seats they need binoculars for. And it's not to watch a slow-motion zone defense fall apart. People aren't paying to see someone run an off-ball screen. They're coming to see Caitlin Clark torch an entire defense while tying her shoe. She brings the kind of buzz that feels like the playoffs, plus free Chick-fil-A. Let's be honest, if certain stars aren't on the court, fans check out fast. They didn't show up to watch coaching tantrums or bench drama disguised as strategy. It's the same bitter vibe as a valedictorian mad someone skipped grades and still topped the class. They say it's about earning your spot, but what they mean is, how dare she jump ahead in line? It's not about team chemistry. It's about insecure people hiding behind coach speak.
It's Stephanie, you POS. Are you kidding me with this? This is her head coach, and this is why I said, and I've said this before, y'all, the Fever went old school WNBA. You cannot trust them. They went old school with their front office. They dialed it all the way back, bringing in Kelly, bringing in Amber. Stephanie is the epitome of old school WNBA. This is a woman married to a man, goes into the WNBA, and is now with a woman. Does that not sound? I mean, I never released a video, but I did it. So for those of you that don't know, real quick, when
It's getting painfully obvious who's threatened by rising stars and who's really about winning. At a certain point, this stops being about player development and turns into a personality contest. And the only thing being developed is someone's bitter streak. You don't hand generational talent to a coach with a fragile ego. It's like giving Picasso to someone with a paint-by-numbers kit and a chip on their shoulder. This league has been waiting years for this kind of attention, viral plays, sold-out crowds, crossover fans from college. And now that it's here, we're watching it get sabotaged by a weird power trip. Apparently, being the most talked about, most watched, and most imitated player isn't enough. Because now it's about whether Caitlyn fits someone's imaginary checklist. Meanwhile, the scoreboard is flashing and the merch is flying off the shelves. But sure, let's act like her presence isn't carrying the WNBA into a whole new era. Totally unrelated, right?
Welcome to Keep the Vision, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification for your boy. Appreciate all the support we've been getting. Listen, man, this Caitlyn Clark versus Stephanie White thing could turn ugly, and it could turn ugly fast, y'all. I have to be straight up with y'all. Stephanie White wants to play the polar opposite way that Caitlyn Clark wants to play. The Indiana Fever got a big win yesterday, and it was a tale of two halves. The first half, the Indiana Fever played that Stephanie White style, that grinded out, ugly, puke basketball. Puke.
And here's the real kicker, when the crowds start thinning out because fans realize their favorite player is benched for strategic reasons, guess who'll start crying about media coverage and falling ratings? The same people who treated her like a burden instead of a blessing. You've got the league's golden ticket in your hand, don't tear it up because you didn't like the way it was delivered. It's wild to watch coaches try to control someone who's already taken over every gym she's walked into since college. They'll pretend it's about adjusting to the pros, but everyone can feel the insecurity radiating off the bench like burnt toast. When fans start chanting, "We want Caitlyn," louder than the broadcasters, don't act shocked. This league doesn't need more "my system over everything" speeches, it needs excitement, energy, and a reason for casual fans to care. The longer this ego war continues, the more fans will start treating WNBA games like concerts. If the star isn't showing up, neither are they.
So, we have Stephanie White addressing Caitlyn Clark winning the SB's Women Player of the Year award. And you got to understand, Stephanie White, this is very important right here. You can shut down a lot of narratives. You can let the Indiana fan base know you do rock with Caitlyn Clark, because as of right now, we don't think you do. You don't want the ball in her hands. You don't talk about her plays. You talk about everybody else except her. Hell, I've seen you talk about Paige Beckers more than Caitlyn Clark, and when they played back and forth, and we the ones who won. You have a constant habit of doing this.
This isn't a school play where everyone claps politely. This is big time. Lights, cameras, and zero room for petty coaching beefs pretending to be discipline. While some coaches cling to their clipboards like ancient scrolls, the rest of the world just wants to watch Caitlyn do her thing, dominate, entertain, and make basketball look joyful again. But instead, we waste time debating if she's ready, when it's clear the only thing unready is the coach's ego. Fans are restless, not because they're impatient, but because they know exactly what they came to see. And if the person writing the subs can't figure that out, fans will find another arena to spend their money in. Stephanie claps like she's calling spirits every time Kelsey touches the ball, but when Caitlyn sinks a three from the logo while getting fouled, she just blinks like her contacts dried out. It's giving middle school theater teacher who cast herself in the lead role. Stephanie wants the spotlight, the confetti, the cheers, but it keeps flying back to Caitlyn like a magnet, and it's slowly driving her mad.
So Caitlyn Clark and Indiana Fever fans are having a meltdown about they god Stephanie White that they wanted so bad, man. So I've been seeing the takes, man. So now they want Caitlyn Clark to demand a trade, or they want the front office to pick between Caitlyn Clark and Stephanie White, man. I'm not gonna say I tried to tell y'all, man, but it's just like, I was trying to tell y'all, man, like, Stephanie White is not this god that y'all was making her out to be, man.
She'll bring up players from a decade ago like they just scored last night. The past is her comfort zone. Every time Caitlyn's name comes up, she pivots the topic to team effort or respect for veterans. Nobody's asking for a slideshow of WNBA history. We're asking why you won't give credit to the player who broke viewership records and dragged this league out of obscurity by sheer force. Caitlyn's a rookie pulling numbers that make veterans look like they're playing rec league. Let's stop pretending this is mentorship. It's ego management with a whistle. Stephanie doesn't want Caitlyn to flop. She just doesn't want her to succeed more than Kelsey, and definitely not more than herself. She thinks she's the face of the team. But the truth is, she's becoming the villain in a season where she could have been the coach riding shotgun to greatness. Even Satu Sabali dropped out of the All-Star game. Wonder why?
Satu Sabali has dropped out of the 2025 All-Star game, which is crazy in itself, but she has. Now, she did release a post on Instagram as well. Chloe Peterson said, Satu Sabali, who is on Team Clark, says she will not be playing in the All-Star game this weekend.